Welcome back to our channel, where today we're diving into two of the most iconic silver dollars in American history, the Draped bust and the seated Liberty $1 coins. These coins are not just currency. They are pieces of history, beautifully designed, and rare treasures that today can fetch thousands to even millions of dollars, depending on condition, rarity, and collector demand. In this video, we'll compare their designs, historical backgrounds, minting details, and explore why these coins are highly prized in 2026. Whether you're a serious coin collector or just curious about the legacy of American silver dollars, this video will give you all the insights you need to understand their true value. Let's get started. First up, this is the story of the legendary 1799 Draped bust dollar, one of the most famous and valuable silver coins ever produced by the United States of America. And today we explore why this historic $1 coin, without mint mark in uncirculated condition, has become one of the most desired treasures in the world of rare coin collecting, and why its market value now reaches into hundreds of thousands and even millions of dollars, depending on condition and rarity. The Draped bust dollar was struck during the earliest years of the United States Mint, when the young nation was still shaping its identity and building its economy, and the 1799 issue stands as a powerful symbol of early American ambition, strength, and independence, representing a time when silver dollars were essential for trade, commerce, and daily transactions across the growing country. The design of this remarkable coin features the elegant portrait of Liberty, with flowing hair, draped fabric, and delicate facial details, a design created under the direction of engraver Robert Scott and inspired by a portrait of Philadelphia socialite and Willing Bingham, giving the coin a classical artistic beauty that still captures collectors' hearts more than 2 centuries later. On the reverse side, the coin displays the powerful heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, holding arrows, and an olive branch beneath a shield that represents national unity and strength, while 13 stars above the eagle symbolize the original colonies that formed the United States, making this design deeply patriotic and historically meaningful. The 1799 Draped bust dollar carries no mint mark, because during that period all silver dollars were struck at the original United States Mint facility in Philadelphia, and mint marks were not yet used, which adds to the authenticity and charm of early federal coinage from America's formative years. What makes the 1799 issue especially important is its limited mintage compared to modern coin production, as only a modest number were struck, and far fewer survived in high grades, since these coins circulated heavily in commerce, were shipped overseas for trade, and were often melted down for their silver content, making uncirculated survivors extremely rare today. An uncirculated 1799 Draped bust dollar is a breathtaking sight because the coin retains its original mint luster, sharp strike, and detailed features in Liberty hair, the stars around the rim, and the fine feathers of the eagle, which are usually worn smooth on lower grade examples, and this preservation dramatically increases its value in the rare coin market. Collectors and investors pursue this coin not only for its silver content, but for its historical importance, as it represents one of the earliest silver dollars authorized under the Coinage Act and stands as a tangible connection to the presidency of John Adams during a period of political change, international tension, and economic development in the late 18th century. The composition of the 1799 Draped bust dollar is 90% silver and 10% copper, giving it a substantial weight and a bright metallic appearance when preserved properly, and its large size and bold design make it one of the most impressive coins ever issued by the early United States Mint. Unique varieties of the 1799 Draped bust dollar exist, including different star arrangements and overdate features, which further increase collector interest, and some varieties are rarer than others, creating intense competition at major auctions, where advanced collectors seek the finest known examples. When discussing current market value, the numbers are extraordinary, because a heavily circulated 1799 Draped bust dollar may sell for tens of thousands of dollars, while a well-preserved, extremely fine example can command over $100,000, and a true uncirculated specimen with strong eye appeal can reach several $100,000, and in exceptional auction cases even approach or exceed $1 million, depending on rarity and demand. Auction records over the past decades have shown that high-grade 1799 Draped bust dollars consistently perform strongly as investment pieces, demonstrating steady appreciation as wealthy collectors compete for ownership of early American silver coinage icons, and this strong demand keeps prices high in today's competitive numismatic marketplace. The absence of a mint mark, combined with the coin's early production era large silver planchet classic Liberty design, and heraldic eagle reverse, makes the 1799 Draped bust dollar instantly recognizable among collectors, and its reputation as one of the key early dollar issues ensures it remains a centerpiece in advanced collections worldwide. For anyone fortunate enough to discover or inherit a 1799 Draped bust dollar in uncirculated condition, the coin should be carefully authenticated and graded by a professional service, because proper certification can dramatically confirm its authenticity, protect its value, and maximize its selling price in the global rare coin market. In conclusion, the 1799 Draped bust dollar, $1 silver coin of the United States of America, stands as a masterpiece of early American coinage, a symbol of national history, and an extraordinary store of value whose price today can range from thousands to hundreds of thousands and even millions of dollars, making it one of the most legendary and desirable rare coins ever struck in the history of the United States. Next up, the seated Liberty Dollar 1846, without a mint mark, is one of the most fascinating and historically significant coins in United States numismatics and collectors. Today seek it for its rarity, beauty, and rich history. The seated Liberty Dollar series was designed by Christian Draped, who was the third chief engraver of the United States Mint, and the design was first introduced in 1836, making it one of the longest-running silver dollar designs in American history. The 1846 coin represents a period in the United States when coinage was transitioning to more refined and uniform designs, and the seated Liberty image was meant to embody liberty and freedom through the figure of Lady Liberty seated on a rock, holding a shield in her left hand and a pole topped with the Liberty cap in her right hand. This coin is struck from 90% silver and 10% copper, giving it a solid weight of approximately 26.73 grams and a diameter of 38.1 millimeters, which was standard for silver dollars of the era. Its obverse features Lady Liberty seated, facing left with 13 stars, surrounding her representing the original 13 colonies, while the reverse shows an eagle with a shield on its chest clutching arrows and an olive branch in its talons, symbolizing readiness for war and desire for peace, which was a standard motif on early American coinage. The 1846 seated Liberty Dollar is particularly interesting because it was minted in Philadelphia, which is why there is no mint mark on the coin. Philadelphia was the primary mint, and coins struck there did not carry mint marks, unlike coins from New Orleans or San Francisco. The mintage for 1846 was relatively low compared to other years, making surviving examples, especially in fine condition, highly desirable to collectors. The fine condition indicates that the coin has noticeable wear but retains most of its key details, including the stars and major features of Liberty and the eagle, making it a visually appealing example. Historically, 1846 was a significant year in United States history, as it was during the Mexican-American War and economic expansion was occurring in the Western Territory. Silver was a primary form of currency, and coins like the seated Liberty Dollar were in everyday circulation, as well as stored in banks and treasuries. Collectors often value coins not just for their metal content, but for the historical snapshot they provide of the economy and society at the time. One of the unique features of the 1846 seated Liberty Dollar is the presence of Liberty's shield, which is detailed with vertical and horizontal lines and represents the nation's strength and protection. The stars around the coin's edge are often fully visible in fine examples, and the eagle's feathers and talons are typically clear, which allows collectors to authenticate and grade the coin with confidence. Some coins from this era also show a slight variation in strike depth and alignment due to the manual processes used at the time, making each coin subtly unique. In terms of market value, the 1846 seated Liberty Dollar, without a mint mark in fine condition, is considered a rare collectible and can command prices ranging from several $1,000s to tens of thousands, depending on its provenance and specific condition. Coins that have been professionally graded by PGS or NGC tend to fetch higher prices because the grading provides assurance of authenticity and condition, which is highly sought after in the numismatic community. The current market trends show increasing demand for 19th-century silver dollars among collectors and investors alike. Collectors often look for coins with a clear strike and minimal cleaning or damage, as these factors greatly influence value. The seated Liberty Dollars are prone to toning, which is a natural oxidation of silver that can produce colors from gold to deep blue, and collectors often prize attractive toning patterns as they add character and uniqueness to each coin. The 1846 coin in fine condition may have light toning and surface marks, but these are generally accepted as part of its history and add to its appeal. The reverse design featuring the eagle with outstretched wings holding arrows and olive branches is symbolic and has been praised for its elegance and balance. The eagle design was consistent with other coins of the era, But each year's coins could have slight variations in engraving style and placement, which numismatists study carefully. When authenticating coins, these design nuances make each coin a piece of art and history at the same time. The Seated Liberty series is often collected as a complete set, and the 1846 issue is a key date. For serious collectors, a complete set offers a journey through the early economic history of the United States and the stylistic evolution of coinage over decades. Collectors and investors often seek this coin as a centerpiece for their collection due to its rarity, significance, and aesthetic qualities. Another important aspect of this coin is its silver content, which gives it intrinsic value even beyond its collectible worth. The 90% silver content means that each coin has substantial bullion value, which can fluctuate based on the global silver market, making it both a collectible and a tangible asset. Investors in rare coins often consider both factors when purchasing. The 1846 Seated Liberty dollar also reflects the craftsmanship of the mid-19th century United States Mint, where dies were engraved by hand and each coin was struck with care under less mechanized conditions. Compared to modern coin production, this craftsmanship is evident in the details of Lady Liberty's gown, the shield lines, and the eagle's feathers, all of which are part of what makes collecting these coins so rewarding for enthusiasts. Collectors also pay attention to provenance and ownership history, as coins that were part of famous collections or have well-documented histories can significantly increase in value. The 1846 Seated Liberty dollar, in fine condition with clear details, is often sought after by collectors looking to add a historically significant and visually appealing coin to their collection. Finally, the appeal of the 1846 Seated Liberty dollar lies not only in its monetary and historical value, but in the story it tells about the United States during the mid-19th century. It reflects the growth of a young nation, the artistry of coin designers like Christian Draped, and the importance of silver coinage in daily commerce. Owning this coin is like holding a tangible piece of American history that continues to captivate collectors and investors around the world. Next up, the Seated Liberty dollar of 1856 is a coin that embodies the rich history and artistry of mid-19th century American coinage, and it stands as a shining example of the craftsmanship and intricate design that defined United States silver dollars during a period of significant national growth and economic change. This coin is struck in 90% silver and features the iconic Seated Liberty design created by Christian Draped, which portrays Lady Liberty seated on a rock, holding a shield in her right hand and a pole topped with a liberty cap in her left hand, symbolizing the enduring values of freedom and vigilance that were central to the American ethos. At the time, the 1856 Seated Liberty dollar is a remarkable artifact that captures the aesthetic sensibilities and patriotic spirit of a nation moving toward industrialization and expansion across a rapidly growing continent. The history of the Seated Liberty dollar traces back to the early 1830s, when the United States Mint sought to modernize and standardize its silver coinage. Following the Coinage Act of 1792, the Seated Liberty design was first introduced on half dimes and dimes and gradually extended to all silver denominations, including the quarter, half dollar, and ultimately the dollar. The 1856 issue is particularly significant because it represents the final years of this classic design before the eventual introduction of the trade dollar, which was aimed at facilitating commerce with Asia during the California Gold Rush era. This particular coin, without a mint mark, indicates it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the primary facility responsible for producing the majority of the nation's coinage at the time, and its good condition today reflects careful preservation by collectors who recognized its historical and numismatic importance. The 1856 Seated Liberty dollar is unique in its design details, which include 13 stars encircling Liberty, representing the original 13 colonies, and a meticulously engraved drapery that falls gracefully around her seated form. The reverse features a simple yet elegant heraldic eagle clutching arrows, and an olive branch, which symbolizes the balance between strength and peace that the young republic strived to maintain during a period of domestic and international challenges. The absence of a mint mark is a subtle but important detail that distinguishes it from contemporary issues produced at branch mints such as New Orleans, San Francisco, or Dahlonega. The subtle variations in strike quality and die polish make each surviving example of the 1856 Seated Liberty dollar a distinct artifact with individual characteristics that appeal to both historians and collectors alike. Collectors prize the 1856 Seated Liberty dollar not only for its historical significance, but also for its rarity and market value. In today's numismatic world, the good condition examples command significant attention because many coins of this era suffered from circulation wear and environmental damage, which has reduced the number of surviving specimens with well-preserved details. According to recent market trends and auction results, coins in good condition can fetch prices ranging from several thousand to tens of thousands of dollars, depending on provenance, and overall eye appeal. This valuation makes it one of the more desirable pieces for serious collectors who seek to own a tangible connection to the economic and cultural history of the United States. The context of the United States economy in 1856 also adds to the coin's allure, as a collectible the nation was experiencing a period of expansion fueled by westward migration, and the California gold rush had increased the supply of silver, which impacted minting operations and coin availability. The seated Liberty dollar represents a bridge between earlier designs inspired by classical motifs and the later innovations that reflected a more industrialized America. The coin's symbolism and artistry were carefully considered by the United States Mint as a means to convey the values of liberty, prosperity, and national pride to the public, and to reinforce confidence in the nation's currency during a time of political tension and economic transformation. One of the most compelling features of the 1856 seated Liberty dollar is the artistry of Christian Gobrecht, whose engraving work reflects a deep understanding of neoclassical design principles, combined with American patriotic imagery. The level of detail achieved in the Liberty figure, the shield, the flowing drapery, and the eagle on the reverse demonstrates exceptional skill in die engraving, which was a labor-intensive process. During the mid-19th century, each coin was struck individually, with carefully prepared dies and high-quality silver planchets, resulting in coins that were not only functional currency, but also miniature works of art valued by contemporaries for both their aesthetic beauty and monetary utility. The rarity of the 1856 seated Liberty dollar is compounded by the fact that many coins from this era were melted down over time due to silver scarcity or were lost to circulation. This makes surviving specimens particularly valuable to collectors who understand the historical significance and the scarcity factor associated with mid-19th century silver dollars. Coins that are well preserved with clear details of the obverse and reverse are considered highly desirable because they offer a glimpse into the original minting quality and serve as tangible links to a period in which coins were produced with care and attention to detail. From a numismatic perspective, the seated Liberty dollar of 1856 provides a wealth of study opportunities for collectors and historians alike. This includes examining die varieties that can reveal information about minting techniques and production challenges. The presence or absence of mint marks offers clues about where the coin was struck and can impact its rarity and value significantly. The study of circulation patterns and wear also provides insight into the economic conditions of the time and the ways in which coins were used in everyday transactions across a growing and diverse nation. The appeal of this coin extends beyond collectors to those who appreciate American history and the stories embodied in tangible artifacts. Its presence in a collection can serve as a conversation starter and a way to educate others about the economic development, legal framework, and artistic achievements of mid-19th century America. The seated Liberty dollar exemplifies the way in which currency can communicate national ideals and serve as a reflection of societal values, as well as an indicator of technological and artistic progress in coin production at the United States Mint. The 1856 seated Liberty dollar is also noteworthy for its market performance in recent years, as auction houses and private collectors have demonstrated strong demand for coins of this type in good condition. The coin's value is influenced by factors including rarity, authenticity, provenance, eye appeal, and grading standards established by professional numismatic organizations. Good condition coins consistently outperform circulated examples in terms of auction results and private sales, reflecting the premium placed on preserving the fine details of the original design and the historical integrity of the coin. Another factor that makes the 1856 seated Liberty dollar appealing is its connection to broader American history, including events such as the lead-up to the Civil War, the westward expansion, and the growth of financial institutions that relied on standardized currency. Coins like this one were a crucial element of commerce, providing a stable medium of exchange in a rapidly changing society, and they remain as enduring symbols of the economic and political framework of the era. Collectors are often drawn to the 1856 seated Liberty dollar because it offers both aesthetic beauty and historical depth. This dual appeal makes it a versatile collectible that can be appreciated from multiple perspectives, including artistic design, historical context, investment potential, and educational value. The coin's survival over more than 150 years attests to the durability of its materials and the care taken by those who recognized its value even in the years immediately following its issuance. The seated Liberty dollar also reflects the evolution of coinage technology in the United States, with advances in die, engraving, planchet preparation, and striking techniques that were implemented to ensure high-quality production. During this period, the United States Mint faced challenges, including irregular silver supplies and fluctuating demand, which influenced minting practices and contributed to the scarcity of coins in certain years, making surviving 1856 examples particularly prized by collectors who seek historically important issues with limited availability. Finally, the enduring popularity of the 1856 seated Liberty dollar is a testament to the timeless appeal of classical design and the cultural significance of American coinage. It remains a centerpiece in many collections, representing not only the monetary history of the United States, but also the artistic achievements and national ideals of the mid-19th century. Its market value continues to reflect its rarity, desirability, and the appreciation of collectors who understand the historical context and the unique qualities of this remarkable coin, making it a true treasure in the world of numismatics. Thanks for watching.